What's up, everybody? I wanted to hop on here and talk about some drone stuff. So I'm sure you've heard that more recently Transport Canada has come out with some new guidelines and regulations for drone operators. And this is scaring a lot of people off. If you look on like Kijiji and Craigslist and forums and stuff, there is a boatload of drones for sale, a boatload of drones. It's scaring a lot of people off, but it's really not that bad. So step one is you need to register your drone. It costs $5. It took me 7 minutes to do online. You get a PDF emailed to you with your registration number. Then you have to mark your drone. So with your name or your business name, emergency contact information, and your registration number has to be actually labeled on your drone. You have to be able to see it at all times. And then you have to figure out if you need to get certified for basic or advanced operations. Most people are going to go basic. I'm going to guess 90% of Canadians, like consumers or prosumers, are going to go basic. I'm sure some bigger productions and commercial shoots they'll have to go advanced, but I went basic. So for basic operations, it's line of sight only, so you always have to be within like visual sight of your drone that you're piloting. You can't go higher than 400 feet, like 120 meters, and you have to stay 100 feet away from bystanders. So that's the big one. So it's horizontal feet. So if there is a crowd of people here, you can only be this far away. Doesn't matter how high you are, it's 100 horizontal feet. So that's the thing that's going to scare a lot of people away, because sometimes getting nice and close to your subject, gives you that introductory or that establishing shot to start a film. But yeah, so for the basic operations, you can't go close to people. You obviously can't fly near emergency operations like forest fires and stuff like that. That's probably same for the advanced program as well. This is the big one. So they've kind of changed the wording on this. So it's 3 nautical miles from airports and 1 nautical mile from any aerodrome. And that's the basic operator. So this is what I got. I did it last night. It took me, half an hour to do everything. I registered my drone and I wrote my exam. So the exam itself is 35 questions. You have 90 minutes to answer. The exam is pretty crazy. It's, from what I can gather, is Transport Canada has like a pool of questions and you just get 35 random questions spit out. But it feels like we're also sharing this exam with other pilots' exams, because there are questions on there that I don't believe any drone operator would ever need to know, but you have to answer them if you want to pass. Passing mark is 65%, so it's pretty easy to pass. I don't want to give too much away because I'm probably not supposed to, but they ask questions about radio frequencies, colors of lights on runways, different types of clouds, and which type of clouds has the potential for the most amount of rain in adverse weather conditions. So lots of very, very unique questions on there. And the other half of the questions I felt better with. They were more about safety, flying away from people and altitudes and stuff like that. So, and ultimately that's what we're up against here, is safety. So there's a lot of negative attitudes and misconceptions about this new drone program, but it's in the name of safety. So I passed my exam, I labeled my drone, and everything is good. Now, if you want to go for the advanced program, this is where stuff gets heavy. If you want to fly in controlled airspaces, no idea why someone would want to do that. If you want to fly over people, like over bystanders, or if you want to fly within 100 feet of people, you need to get the advanced. With the advanced, you have to write another exam. I don't know how many questions. I assume it's a lot harder and a lot more thorough. And here's the interesting part. You also have to pass a flight review with a flight reviewer. So I assume someone from Transport Canada comes and wants to see you in operations. And all of these requirements registering these drones are for drones 250 grams up to 25 kilograms, which is basically every drone. Unless you are, getting some of the early days DJI or building like a quadcopter or octocopter that's carrying an SLR or a Magic camera, you're going to be under 25 kilograms. And even if you buy a DJI Spark, it is 260 grams. So that's probably why they made the minimum requirement to register your drone 250 grams. So even if you just want to fly a Spark, which is what I'm flying now, you got to register it. Other than that, that is pretty much my new drone experience with Transport Canada. It was extremely painless. I basically got a PDF for my registration, a PDF that I passed my exam. I have it in my downloads folder of my phone, so in case I'm out flying anywhere and I run into any issues, I can show, I don't know, who's gonna come, Transport Canada cops, or if it's local police or whoever, if there's any issues. Hopefully there won't be, knock on wood. The fines are a little more streamlined as well. For an individual, it's basically $1,000 across the board. For a corporation, it's $5,000. So if you're flying on behalf of a business, the penalties go up quite a bit. And that's pretty much all I have for you. Like I said, to summarize, it isn't that bad at all. And I don't know about any of you that have experience flying drones, but before these new programs came out, Transport Canada had a set of guidelines, and most cities or provinces had a set of guidelines, and those guidelines kind of didn't jive and almost contradicted one another. So whenever I was flying a drone, I did feel kind of sketchy. Even if it was just like a wedding or a golf course video or something like that, there's always a little bit of hesitation there. So now it's almost liberating and, you know, a little bit more relaxed in the sense that I'm going to go out to a field in these canola fields and fly my drone, and everything is good because I am, you know, following all their terms and conditions. No longer riding dirty. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, throw them in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, if you don't have a drone, it's the most amount of fun. And if you do buy a drone, make sure you register, get your appropriate license, pass your exam, and then everything is golden. Thanks.